Good morning, traders. Alla on December 13th. This is oil day trading chart. Every single one of these levels, proprietary Fibonacci levels that you can install on any instrument, any time frame, any platform you will choose to trade on. So please take a look what played out on this chart in the last month. On every single one of these moves, you can see oil news, and you can see incredibly clearly that trading on the news is not an option. First week in November, bullish news, oil collapsing from Fibonacci reversal zone until this key Fibonacci support. Bearish news and oil rallying from this key Fibonacci support until this Fibonacci resistance. This was Thanksgiving week. I was not in the room. This is what played out last day in November. Bearish news on oil and oil rallied. As you can see, every single one of this news completely contradicted Fibonacci structure, and Fibonacci overrode the news, including last week, when we had bullish news on December 6th, but oil collapsed. So, overnight session, oil reversed from reversal zone identified since November. Where are we this morning? We are at key Fibonacci reversal zone, at key support. Shorts into this level, not an option. Doesn't matter if you trade 1 minute chart, doesn't matter if you trade 2, 3, 4, 5. This is key support. I am converting this chart to 1 minute chart right before news release. This is what we're expecting on oil. Any negative number, anything lower than -3 is bullish news, means undersupply. Anything above -3 is bearish news, oil unlike any other news. So, we know incredibly well without any news. This is a place you do not short near. This is a place you do not buy into. Fibonacci, the only natural predictive tool in the market. Nothing else will give you this much accuracy. Nothing else will show you key support and key resistance before major news release, which is the exact same thing we will be monitoring on S&P later on at the time of FOMC. So, let's pay attention to oil news in 3 minutes. If oil collapsing to here, this is key support. This is reversal zone. And again, you can convert this chart to 5 minute. Accuracy will remain the same. You can convert this chart to 15 minute. Accuracy will remain the same. Do not short into Fibonacci reversal support. Do not buy into Fibonacci reversal resistance. Will never work. And this is the reason this is a chart that remains your key day trading chart that you can use for entries on any chart you will choose from 1 minute and higher. As Fibonacci much more accurate than any news will ever be. If news and indicators worked, every single person will be Warren Buffett. It doesn't. The only thing that works is Fibonacci and price action. So, oil news in 2 minutes. This would be flawless place for oil to be. This is institutional support. However, shorts anywhere near this area, not an option. If price will head to this area, bias here is bearish clearly. So, key support, reversal zone in a play this morning. When it comes to this is your key resistance right now. Ladies and gentlemen, oil news is out. Remember what I said? This is your key resistance. This is a place you do not buy into. No surprise whatsoever. None. So, as expected, 1 minute chart reversed from this level all the way to reversal zone. So what is oil news? Oil news incredibly bullish, traders. Almost twice undersupply on oil. How did we know that entry into this level not an option? Simple, Fibonacci said so. No matter how bullish news is, this is not the place to buy. This is a dance on oil 1 minute after the news release. No surprise where buyers came from. Clear on that? Wouldn't life be magic if you could just pull a trigger randomly because bullish news on oil? As I said, first 5 minutes allow oil to settle down. This is not the place to buy. Do we agree? Lower oil retraces, better your long will be. Pulling trigger randomly not an option. This is support. Take a look what's in a play on this morning on S&P, as S&P reached brand new historical highs, as well as reversal zone on hourly. So, this is 1 minute chart on S&P. This is key Fibonacci level. If you choose to trade S&P this morning and buy this high, you absolutely must respect this level. This is exact same level as you see on 1 minute chart, as was present on your investment decisions on weekly chart on S&P in 2016. All levels identified in advance. This level been identified years in advance on S&P. This was trend inception. Support 2013, 14, 15, 16. When S&P came to this level, S&P struggled for months to break through this level. The end of the minor trend always present. Price took off. This is where we are right now. This is your investment decisions. This is your day trading decisions. Identical formula. And this is what we are dealing on oil right now. This is oil 1 minute chart at the time of oil news release. Incredibly bullish news does not mean a thing, as I continue warning you. This is Fibonacci resistance. Do not buy oil. We have almost twice undersupply on oil. Incredibly bullish news and level identified since November, showing you cannot buy oil into it. Remember this chart on oil? Again and again and again. Trade based on price action, not on the news. Oil collapsed right now. 30-40 points and heading lower. Bullish news again does not mean a thing, just like it did not mean a thing yesterday. Always use common sense. If trading on the news worked, everyone would be Bill Gates. If you start paying attention to price action, if you understand that Fibonacci is the only natural predictive tool in the market, only then you can master the market. And this was key Fibonacci resistance on oil, present in front of you years in advance. This is where buyers stepped in from key proprietary Fibonacci support, and this is where price struggled for over a year. Famous 55 level, which is holding key right now on oil, which is for the last 4 weeks remains key Fibonacci support. All the same levels. All the same strategies. The only difference, risk management and trader's psychology. As all we identified on oil before news remains right now. No matter if you trade 5 minute, no matter if you trade 15. Do not ever buy into Fibonacci resistance, no matter how bullish the news is. And that's what played out this morning on oil, and that's what's in a play on S&P. Once you master price and Fibonacci, you can trade any instrument, any time frame, any platform. Formula remains the same. FOMC, ladies and gentlemen, in 3 hours. Market remains frozen at Fibonacci reversal zone identified from last week. Identical formula as on weekly oil, weekly S&P. If you choose to invest not just in day trading but in long-term investments. And this is the core of the course, pure price for entry and Fibonacci for exits. If you are taking any time off during holidays, it's never a problem. All the classes are live, modules supplemental. Group course 8 weeks, private mentoring 16, group course included in private mentoring. I am with students for 5 days per week. And again, if you ever need to take time off, it's never a problem to come back and restart the course. If you consider signing up for private mentoring, please contact me first, 925-257-4298 or info@fibinstitute.com, as S&P testing this level again. The only difference between what S&P is doing right now and S&P weekly and oil weekly, time frame. You're trading weekly. It can take weeks and months to break through this level. You're trading small minute chart. It takes minutes or hours. That's the difference. Nothing less, nothing more. And that's what students trade. Any instruments, any time frames. From day trading S&P, futures, ETFs, stocks, options. Choice is yours. Listen to students and decide what you want to trade. Or perhaps you want to be both, day trader and position trader. The only different, risk management and trader psychology. Never hesitate to contact me, 925-257-4298 or info@fibinstitute.com. So I would like to remind you where oil is, since incredibly bullish news came out an hour ago. Oil collapsed 50 points until this key Fibonacci support. Oil reminded you, investing and trading based on fundamentals, earnings, and indicators does not work. Only if you pay attention to price, only if you understand pure price action and Fibonacci entries, stops, and targets, you can succeed in trading. This is key support on oil. Knowing the rules for your trade entry is the key. And this is S&P. Look at this. How long we've been here? Forever. 30 minutes since market open. 2 hours later, price respecting this level. Just like S&P weekly, just like oil weekly had done. Have a wonderful afternoon, traders. Look forward to seeing you for FOMC.